Good morning everybody and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And this morning I come to you from the beautiful Bronte Beach. It's a magnificent sunrise and I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk along the beach here and have a chat to you about a topic which I've got near and dear to my heart. I was very fortunate as a young man to go to an elite private school called Newington College, and I think in about year 8 in English we studied a book called Victims or Bludgers, which helped shape our view in terms of the social structures that are, that make up Australia, modern Australia. When I was young, back in the 70s, dole bludgers were rife and had a very, very bad name. People would call them bludgers. People would look down upon them, and there was really a lot of negative sentiment towards people who were on welfare. And I think it's timely that I talk about this, especially now that we've got COVID-19 and a lot of businesses are struggling. People are out of work, people are unable to pay their rent or to basically put food on the table, and are depending on the government in terms of JobKeeper and JobSaver to keep the economy going and to keep people from committing suicide or taking their lives. Oop, gotta get out of the water here. The waves are chasing me up the beach. So as I said, as a young 13 or 14 year old, it's easy to call people bludgers. It's easy to be negative and to look down upon people in society that haven't been brought up in privilege. But what this book, what these discussions help us do, was to evaluate and reassess our views and to hear both sides of the argument, both sides of the debate, and help us become more empathetic to the plight of people who are going through tough times and are doing it tough. It's important to understand that not all people are doing it tough through circumstance. There is a small section of the community that abuse the welfare system to their advantage. But as my teachers once said to me back then, for $400 or $500 a week, would you like to spend the rest of your life feeling like a second-class citizen, depending on handouts and being the parent or the grandparent of second and generation people who depend on welfare? And obviously the answer that we came up with was absolutely not. We wouldn't do that by choice. We wouldn't do that as a lifestyle, because we wouldn't be able to live a fulfilling life. But there is a grey area of people who, through circumstance, temporary or permanent, are caught up in a vortex of debt, of challenges that can't get out of it. So these are the people that we all agree must be looked after by our welfare system and we can't turn our backs on them because it's inhumane and it's not proper. One of my other teachers in high school, Eric Stockdale, also said to us when we were young, developing adults, that we need welfare for our own security and safety, because a person who doesn't have anything to eat, a person who's at his lowest ebb, who doesn't have money, who's on drugs, who's an alcoholic, who's homeless, through desperation, they're going to come up to us and rob us. So, in order to make our lives safer, in order for our children and our wives and our families not to be threatened by violence all the time, he said it's worthwhile just giving away a percentage of your salary every week or every month to make sure that these people are fed and are happy, so that they don't come searching for us every time we go out and emptying our pockets and potentially emptying our intestines with a knife. So where am I heading with this? Where I'm heading with it was that I was very, very fortunate at school to have been given an opportunity to learn about both sides of the argument in terms of the welfare state, and to understand that not every person on welfare is a bludger. No, there are people who through circumstance are in a position where they have no choice but to put their hand out and to receive the help of the community, of the state, to get them by. You almost got me. Almost got me, but not quite. I've still got a bit of a twitch in my step. So, there you go, mate. I've learned something. I learned something at school. It wasn't all just sitting in class and mucking around. We learned some valuable lessons that we can use even now when I'm 60 years of age to reassess and to have a balanced view of the welfare state, and to not be aggressive and rude to people who depend on welfare. Anyway, let's finish off. I'm at Bronte Beach here. I'm just going to walk down the beach. I'm heading towards the bogey hole, the magnificent bogey hole. The water temp at the moment is about 17. I'm just about to go to the pool there and do my laps. But it's an absolute glorious day. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel great. It's a beautiful day. To all my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, make the most. Make the most of your life. Make the most of your days, and spare a thought to those who through circumstances, through bad circumstances that have nothing to do with them, are on welfare and depend on welfare, and to help wherever you can, and to be mindful that all of our lives have ups and downs, and we don't know when we may be at the receiving end of welfare or the social economy. Anyway, take care, and until tomorrow, I'll be looking forward to catching up with you at 5 a.m. from Jim's 5 a.m. club. Let me just give you one more view here of the bogey hole, which is absolutely teeming with fish in there, and it's a glorious morning. Sunrise happening in the background. Let me just give you a quick squeeze of the sunrise, and we'll chat again. Bye for now. Yasas. Take care. Sasagapao. Bye bye.